All right, here we go with our toe drops. We have 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. And heel. And heel for 8. And we have 4, 4, 4, and 4. 4s again. Now 2s around. 2, 2, and 2s again. Single counts 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we just did that 4 sounds of a drop and a drop and a drop and a drop, but that is not necessarily a cramp roll. We've talked before about cramp rolls, and that's not a cramp roll because a cramp roll is a step. In a cramp roll, we would actually step, step, heel, heel. So we're going to talk a little bit about cramp rolls today. I'm going to adjust this one last time. I think I've got it now. All right, in our cramp rolls, we're going to step, step, heel, heel. Very simple for a basic cramp roll. Remember that a step takes weight and it is a downward ending skill. So we step on it and it stays down. Other side, step, heel drop, heel drop. To go on the other side, we just start with the other side. Left, right, left, right. Now we are in charge of which foot we drop down, and we have to plan ahead to know that. So if we're doing a cramp roll, we know that it's 4 sounds, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that it's a right and a left and a right and a left, or it is a left and a right and a left and a right. But there are other ways we can do that. We can do what's called an alternating cramp roll, where we will start with the right, move to the left, drop the left heel, drop the right heel. Now this is also called around the world or around, but the technical term is an alternating cramp roll. So this one to me just kind of blows my mind. I have to really think hard about it. So we're going to go step, step, heel drop, heel drop. Right, left, left, right. Right, left, left, right. Step, step, heel, heel. Let's look at that on the other side. Left, right, right, left. Left. Now in tap dance, when we talk about rolling something, that means we're going to roll it from one side to the other without stopping. So let's look and see what this alternating cramp roll would look like if we rolled it. We have right, left, left, right, and then left, right, right, left. Let's do that a few times and see if we can see how that feels to just keep going. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, left, left, right. Left, right, right, left. Right, left, left, right. I think I might have said that last one wrong. Let's do it again, and let's see if we can do it without me saying it. I also feel like the floor is really dark. I hope that you can see my feet okay. I don't have a lamp or anything that I can put there, but maybe if I turn this way, it'd be a little bit easier. All right, so here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Change, don't change, and change. Step, same. So I'm going to turn this way so I can say it and we can do it together. So we're going to start with the right. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, left, left, right. How was that? Was that confusing but different? It was okay? Yeah. Me too. That was tough. It's just so easy and so natural to do the basic cramp roll. Step, step, heel, heel. And this one we can actually roll from side to side as well. So let's take a look at that. Going back to that natural rhythm of changing sides every time. Let's go to the other side. Step, step, heel, heel. Step, step, heel, heel. Step, step, heel, heel. Step, step, heel, heel. Okay, now we're going to do it from the right and then the left and the right and the left. Ready? Here we go. With the right and now the left and the right and the left. That one's much easier to roll back and forth. You're not standing on, so let's look at this. If we did our cramp roll, step, step, heel, heel, we're now on that left foot, and it would be very correct to step into that right foot again. So when we get ready to change that or to roll that from the right, we have to think ahead and manage to not be weighted into the left foot so that we can pick it up and step down again. So that just comes to one of those thinking ahead, knowing what comes next kind of things. All right, we're going to take a look at a 3-sound cramp roll. It has other names too, but let's think of it as 3 sounds for today because that's going to be the important thing that we're going to talk about. And it's a step and then a heel and a heel. Step, heel, heel. Step, heel, heel. So we're just taking out the one of the toe drops. Step, heel, heel. Step, heel, heel. Step, heel, heel. So if we were doing a regular cramp roll, it would be step, step, heel, heel. So there's 2 ways we can do that. We can do it with the alternating pattern, or we can do it with, not alternating, alternate, but we can do it with the basic also. So that would be step, heel, heel. Step, heel, heel. So there's 2 ways to do that. It can be very confusing. I'm just introducing all of it to you, and then once we start putting some combinations together, then we would say, okay, we're doing it this way, or we're doing it that way. So let's look at the other foot and just sort of feel that and see what we think feels right or good. Over here, we would step, heel, heel. Step, heel, heel. So if we're still thinking about taking one foot and the other foot and one foot and the other foot, that would feel the same way. Another way to look at that is in the basic cramp roll where we would go right, excuse me, that's your left, left, back, skip that one, drop here, step, heel, heel, step, heel, heel, step, heel, heel, step, heel, heel. So just reviewing that, there's 2 ways to do that 3-sound cramp roll. One of those is to step, heel, heel. Looking at that again, step, heel, heel. Another way is to do that with step, heel, heel, step, heel, heel. Both are correct, they're just different things. Coming to this side, if we were going to alternate, it would be step, heel, heel, step, heel, heel, step, heel, heel. If we were doing it through the basic, it would be step, heel, heel, step, heel, heel, step, heel, heel, step, heel, heel. All right, I'm going to come in and that was so confusing. Was that too crazy?
No, I think we both decided we understood.
Yeah, that's me. It's like, oh yeah, I got you. I know what you're saying, but let's don't do it any faster.
Right, exactly. Oh, and I don't think I could do it without the pointing.
Yeah, that's so helpful. That is so helpful. Yes, absolutely. All right, going back on mute, and then if again, if you have a question about anything, just wave at me. We're going to take a look at some more of the step heel things. Step heel is awesome for many reasons. One of the reasons is because it's a two-sounded or two-beat transition. So if we are doing choreography and let's say that we needed and 8, say we were doing and 7, and then we would be like holding it on the and then coming down on the 8. Well, if we add in the step heel, we get 2 beats. Shuffle and 8, step heel. So that's one thing that's good about it. Another thing that's good about it is that it helps us to maintain a rhythm without a break. Sometimes the break can throw us off. So let's take a look at with a shuffle. So your basic shuffle is your brush and the spank, and then the step and the heel. So we have 2 upward ending skills, brush, spank, and then 2 downward ending. Those were even numbers of things that we did, and that's going to transition to the other foot. If we did a flap, we can't really do a step heel because we already have a step. A flap, step heel, would take us to the other foot because we had a downward ending skill unless we did a brush, step. You really can't do that. That's not, if we're going with the true technique, you don't do that. So let's take a look at that again. Shuffle is upward, so we can take a step and a heel, and then we're ready for the other side. Shuffle, step on it, drop the heel, this foot is ready. Comparing that to a flap, which ends downward. We can't take a step on this foot. We have to go to this foot, step, heel. Now we're standing on this foot, we would have to flap over here again. Step, heel. We do use that, but it's done in a repetition. So let's look at what would happen if we did that 3 times. We're going to travel a little bit. Flap, step, heel. Flap, we're standing over here. Now this one goes, step, heel. Flap, step, heel. Now if we want to get back over there, we have to do something that changes our weight. And we can do that with a step, ball, change. So we're going to step, ball, change. And now we're over here. And if you recall from ballet and jazz, a step, ball, change is a pas de bourrée. So it's all the same. Then we're over this side. Flap, step, heel. Flap, step, heel. Flap, step, heel. Step, ball, change. Now let's compare that back again to the shuffle, step, heel. Shuffle, step, heel. I'm over here. All of the action is done. Shuffle, step, heel. Shuffle, step, heel. All the action is done with one leg, and then I'm ready for the other leg. Now don't close your eyes, but in your mind's eye, listen to the sounds. Brush, step, step, heel. Now listen to the sounds on the shuffle. It's the same. So we made the same sounds, but the body is not able, the legs and the feet are not able to do the same transitions because of the way we ended down or ended up. So does that make sense? Yes, okay, okay. Let's look at that combination with counts. We're gonna do the flat step heel that moved. It doesn't have to move, but if we were moving it, it would be and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Now we need to get to the other side and we only have the end of the 8 count left. So we're going to and 7, 8. So we will go and 7, 8. Actually, we're going to go 7 and 8. 7 and 8. Sorry about that. So, and 1, 2, and hang on. I'm going to do it right this time. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. This foot's ready. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Let's take that pattern and that rhythm and transfer it to the shuffle. So we went shuffle, step, heel, 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. We ended up right back in the same place because of the way the transfer happens. So that's just a little bit of looking at how the transfer of weight affects which skill you're on and how you would do that if you're putting it together in a combination. So another way we can do the step heel is, let's see, it can take us to the other side after a ball change. So shuffle, ball change, step heel, shuffle, ball change, step heel. So adding in the step heel there instead of the stamp, so we could also use a stamp, shuffle, ball change, stamp, shuffle, ball change, stamp. But if we do the step heel, we're able to keep the same rhythm. We have and 1 and 2 and 3. Over here on the other side, and 1 and 2 and 3. So if we were in a 6 count rhythm, that would work. Or if we're using an 8 count rhythm, a lot of times what you'll see is a clap. So let's add in a clap, and clap is actually a tap skill. It's utilized in tap dancing just the same as a flap or a ball change, all right? So let's do with the right foot, shuffle, ball change, step heel. So we have and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Brush, spank, step, stamp, step, heel, clap. Brush, spank, step, stamp, step, heel, clap. So we're going to use that little combo and we're going to speed it up a little bit. So we're nice and loose. Everything's ready to be very small. So anytime that you get quicker, you have to get smaller. So we'll start on this side. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. Shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap. Shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap. Shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap. Shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, a little faster. Shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, All right. How was that? Is that pretty good?
That was really fun.
Yeah, that's a fun one. All right, so we're going to put some stuff together. Okay, going back to, bless you. Okay. All right, now you're on mute, so if you sneezed again, I didn't bless you. We're going to add the flap heel, let's see, flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, step, ball, change, flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, step, ball, change. That puts us back on the right foot. Now we're going to do the shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap, shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap, shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap, shuffle, ball, change, stomp. So I'm throwing that in on you. Shuffle, ball, change, stomp. A stomp is an upward ending skill. We are now ready to do the entire thing on the left foot. So that's another thing you're going to see in tap dancing. Whatever we did this way, 98% of the time we're going to do it this way. We got to find a way to get on that foot. And so the stomp is going to get us there. If we did a stamp, we'd be right back over here on this foot because the stamp is a downward ending skill. So let's look at the whole thing, starting with the left foot. Flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, step, ball, change, flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, step, ball, change, shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap, shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap. One more, ball, change, step, heel, clap. Now shuffle, ball, change, stamp. Stomp is what I meant to say, so that we can bring it back up. Okay. So how was that?
Oh, I just forgot one. Yeah, I'm a little shaky. We could practice that again, probably.
Yeah. We're going to do that whole thing a couple more times and start to, so here's the deal. So I'm going to go back on quiet. So the thing we want to do here is really think about the rhythm that we're making with our feet. In tap dance, we always say, if you can say it, you can do it, meaning that, you know, it's just all these little basic steps that we put together. And another thing that you want to think about is see if you can find the song, find the music. Da, 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 da. Whatever kind of helps you feel that. And then you can stop telling your feet what to do and then allow them to sing the song. So that's where the rhythm comes in. All right, so we're going to start with the right foot with the flap heels. We have a 5, 6, 7, and flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, step, ball, change, flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, and a step, ball, change. Shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap. Shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap. Shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap. Shuffle, ball, change, stomp. And flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, and step, ball, change. Flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, and step, ball, change. Shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap. Shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap. Shuffle, ball, change, step, heel, clap. Shuffle, ball, change, stomp. Yay! Thumbs up? Kind of? All right, let's do all that again. This time we're going to start with the left foot. We have a 5, 6, 7, 8, flap, step, heel, flap, step, heel, Flat step, heel with the step, ball change. Flat step, heel. Shuffle, ball change. Shuffle, ball change, step, heel, clap. Shuffle, ball change, step, heel, clap. Shuffle, ball change, stop. And flat step, heel, flat step, heel, flat step, heel, and step back. Da, 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 da. Shuffle, ball change, step, heel, clap. Shuffle, ball change, step, heel, clap. Shuffle, ball change, step, heel, and end it. So how did it work out? Was it a little bit better?
Yeah, I messed up a little bit, but I got some of it.
Most of it is good. That's all we need is most, right?
Yeah, I got most of it. I'll keep practicing.
Okay, so we're going to go back and look at that paradiddle that we were doing before, that we did last time. This is the one that was dig, spank, step, heel. Dig, spank, step, heel. So in paradiddle, I think we did this last time too. We did double. Yeah, we did. Because we went here, here. Most of the time when we do something in tap dancing that's single, double, or triple, it means that we have to speed up the pace. But this is not a time step. So if we did a double in a time step, that means that we have to double the time, or double the skill within the same amount of time. But in this one, it means double as in we're just doing two, not necessarily speeding anything up. So it would look like in a single, we would go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But when we add a double, we're just going to do 2 of the dig spank section, just doing it twice. So it's still 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now where that gets funky is the counting, because tap dancing is traditionally an American style of dance, and we traditionally in America use 8 counts. So that would put us at this, if we did it in the double, having a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and what are we going to do on 7 and 8, right? So we need something there. So the combination that we looked at before takes care of that because we added in 1 more single. So we're doing 4 singles, 2 doubles, and 1 single. So let's start that with the right foot. We have single and single, single and single. Now we have a double and a double and a single. When we did that single, it also performed the task of putting us on the other foot. So now we're ready to start with the left. Single with the left, right, left, and right. Then we have a double on the left and a double on the right. Now here's our single, and because tap dance is flashy and showy and extra, we're going to give ourselves a stamp at the end. And that pretty much signifies the end, or it makes into a transition to go into the other side. So we're going to look at all of that again and start with the other foot. And we're going to try to start to listen for the rhythm that's in here. So we have 5, 6, 7, 4 singles. Double. Single. 4 singles. and a double, and a single, and a stamp. All right, we're gonna do that again, and we're gonna go a little bit faster. I'm gonna turn this way, so we're all doing it together. We'll start with the right foot. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. Single. Double. Single. And keep going single. 2, 3, 4. Here's your double. I got a single and a stamp. Did we do pretty good? Yeah, the stamp at the end, that's what you got to get, miss. Nice, nice. All right, one more time for that, and then we're going to move on. But we're going to go a little bit quicker, okay? You're getting warmed up. I love it. All right, so we're going to start with the left foot this time. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2, and double, double, and 1, 2, 3, double, single. How's that?
I'm trouble with the pattern. Like when to do single, when to do double.
Gotcha. Okay, okay. Let's look at that. So, sorry, I'm gonna mute it back up because I can hear myself. Okay. So, let me show you. What do I have? Oh, I know. Okay. Hang on, I need one more thing. Okay. We have 4 cans of chicken breast here and a cornbread, okay? So we have 4 singles, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 2 cans of chili. Those are your doubles. And then we have some almond butter here. That's your last single, okay? Sorry, I had to get them even, there. So that's what it looks like. There's 4 on the bottom. You can also think of this as a wedding cake, okay? We're gonna start with 4 singles. Then we're gonna do 2 of the doubles and 1 more single. Here's where it gets tricky. It's when you go to the other side. So just slowly, let's look at it and let's think of it in terms of this last single that we did. We only do it for 2 reasons. To finish out the 8 count and to get us on the other side. So we went right with a single, and we're doing 4. Right again, we're on the left. Now the double is going to come from the right foot. And then we're going to do 1 more left foot. Now I want to start the whole thing over again, but I'm back on the right foot. So how am I going to start it from the left? Also, I just ended on 4. What am I going to do for 5, 6, 7, 8? Okay, let's do 1 more single. 5, 6, 7, 8. I finished out the 8 count, and bonus, I'm on my right, ready for the left foot to begin again. So we come over here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then I'm going to do my 2 singles, left, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to finish out the 8 count, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I can do a stamp or a stomp depending on what's going to come next. And I don't have to do either one of those because I might do a shuffle next, and that's okay. So here's where it got funky, is when we did this single, and then we started over. So you actually have 5 singles together in the sandwich part of that because we ended on a single and we started over with those 4 singles. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if, I'm so visual, I needed that. If we were in the studio, I'd be drawing this on there. But yeah, so now you see all my canned goods. And I'm thinking about having that chili for lunch. It sounds kind of good now. All right, so we're going to move and let's see, what's our time? Are we okay on time? All right, let's do one more thing. So we're going to put together a shuffle ball change and a flat ball change. And this is going to test all the parts of you, your brain, your fingers, everything. Not really your fingers, but all right, going back on you. But wave at me if you have questions. Let's break this down. So we already know shuffle ball change, and we already know flat ball change. And this kind of goes into that combo we were doing in the beginning. You have to know where you're finishing, if you're finishing up or finishing down, okay? So we're going to start with the right foot with a shuffle ball change. Shuffle ball change. We finished up, so we know that we're going to go on the right foot again with our flat ball change. We finished it down with the right. So now the left is ready to go. Shuffle ball change, flat ball. Shuffle ball change, flat ball change. Shuffle ball change, flat ball change. Shuffle ball change, flat ball change. Da 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 da. Notice all the sounds are the same. Pa, 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 pa. So the audience doesn't hear anything different, but the eyes see something different. This can also turn into a travel step. Shuffle, ball, change, and move. Don't move, and move. Don't move, and move. And you can go wherever. Which leads us into shuffle ball change, flat ball change, turn. So if we were standing on a diagonal to the audience and we use the audience leg, shuffle ball change, flat ball change, shuffle ball change, flat ball change. So it took 2. And we could have done it in 1, but we used 2 full sequences to create that turn. So now let's start it from the other side. The audience leg. We just use the audience leg because it makes more sense. The audience can't really see this one very well, so we just use this one. It's not a rule, it's just tradition. So we have 5, 6, 7, and shuffle, ball, change. Now we're getting ready for the turn. Flat ball change. It put me a halfway around, a half turn. Shuffle, ball, change. Keep the turn going. Flat ball change. And so if we did that quickly, it would look like this. So, you know, you add in arms and what have you, and then all of a sudden you have this big flashy step. And all it is a shuffle ball change and a flat ball change put together. So it's really easy until you make it look more difficult. What do you think about that with adding in the turn?
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, see, I think that the turning stuff is fun too. And one thing too is that if you wanted to make it bigger, you could use the ball change on the shuffle ball to travel even more. And then flat ball change, shuffle ball change, flat ball change. So you can make it as big or small as you need to, depending on, you know, if you will change places, changing formation, whatever. Those are transition steps. All right, one last little thing, and this one's just for fun. All right, so mute this back in. We're going to be in a heel dig. So we're not really in a heel dig, we're in a rocking chair. So rocking chair is when we pick up that little, pick up our toe in the front, and we're going to do a spank back. Okay, it's fast. And then from the other side, spank back. So when we spank step, we're going to stand on it, and now this one's going to come in. So we went from our heels, we're already in our rocking chair on both feet. And then we can stamp coming back up, and that sort of helps us with our balance because we're moving back. We have a tendency to do this when we move back, but we really want to do this when we move back. So we're here, and we're just going to let our hips and our legs go. We're already in our heels, and we're going to spank, step, spank, step, stamp, stamp. And it sounds like this. All right, so we're bouncing our knees. Hands are forward for balance, or we can hold on, whatever's working for us. And we have 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it back, stamp, stamp. And then we can do, I'm going to turn so you can see me, you don't have to turn. Then from here we would do it on, starting with the other foot. Spank, step, spank, step, stamp, stamp. Now when we do it slow, being into our heels doesn't really make a huge difference. But when you start to speed this up, and this becomes a pickup, then we want to make sure that two things, that we're very bendy and that we're picking our feet up. It is a pickup, and that we're already with our weight in our heels. If our weight is in the front of our feet, we can't spank back. We have to already be in the rocking chair position with both feet. Spank, step, spank, step. That's all it is, but when you do it really fast, it sounds super cool. All right, so we're in our heels, and we will pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up and down and up and down. Da, 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 da. Spank, step, and then stamp back to the front. So that's our party trick for the day. Cool. And then you can do them all the way back. Hang on, I can do this. That's really hard. But bringing your heels back down every time is very helpful. I have seen it done with people all the way up on their heels like that. That is incorrect. It's not gonna like hurt you, but it's not, if you want to go really fast, you can't do it with your heels, with your toes all the way up. So you just go to rocking chair and that's it. So do y'all have any questions about anything we did today or anything we've done in the other classes that you want to review?
No, I think I just need a lot of practice.
Yeah. Well, the stuff we did today was like definitely the next level stuff, you know. In a lot. And when you're doing combinations, that can get really overwhelming. Um, you know, especially when you're changing the rhythms like we did in that flap heel heel thing. So, or flap step heel. So really good. Yay! We had awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, ladies. All right, I'm going to download this and I'll get it sent to you.
Thanks. Thank you. Bye.